Have you ever rejected everyone, only to realize the love you were waiting for was someone you never expected? I'm 19 now, and if you'd asked me in high school whether I'd ever fall in love, I would have laughed. I grew up in Portland, Oregon, and somehow every year there was always another guy asking me out. The captain of the soccer team, the senior with the pickup truck, the quiet honor student. Even guys from other schools somehow found my Instagram and asked if I'd go on a date. My friends used to joke that I could date anyone I wanted, but the truth was, I never felt anything. I wasn't playing hard to get. I just never met someone who made my heart race. After graduation, I started college at the University of Washington in Seattle. I thought things would finally be different. Instead, the same thing happened. Guys would stop me between classes, ask for my Snapchat, leave little notes on my desk. One guy even brought me flowers after knowing me for 2 days. I always smiled and politely said no. Most days I walked to class alone, ate lunch alone, studied alone. Then one morning, I noticed a girl sitting by herself outside the library. She always wore headphones, always carried the same blue notebook. She never seemed to be waiting for anyone. For some reason, I couldn't stop looking at her. Not because she was the prettiest girl on campus, but because she looked peaceful. Her name, I later learned, was Ava. For almost 2 weeks, I'd see her every morning. I'd tell myself, today I'll go say hi. Then I'd lose my nerve. It was ridiculous. I'd turn down dozens of confident guys without thinking twice, yet I couldn't say one word to this quiet girl. Then one rainy Tuesday, we both reached the front gate of campus at exactly the same time. Before I could overthink it, I smiled and asked, "Hey, what's your name?" She looked surprised, then smiled back. "Ava, I'm Emily." That conversation lasted maybe 3 minutes, but somehow, it felt easier than every conversation I'd ever had before. From then on, we started grabbing coffee before class, studying together, walking through Pike Place Market on weekends. People assumed we were roommates. We never corrected them. Months passed, and somewhere along the way, she became my favorite part of every day. When I had good news, I wanted to tell Ava. When something went wrong, she was the first person I looked for. Then life got in the way. Right after our first year ended, my dad lost his job. My family moved to Boise, Idaho to live closer to relatives. Everything happened so fast. Ava and I promised we'd stay in touch. At first we texted every day, then every week, then nothing. 1 month became 6. 6 became a year. I missed her more than I wanted to admit. Not a single guy I met during that year made me feel the way she did. Then one night, at 11:47 p.m., my phone buzzed. It was Ava. Her message simply said, "Are you back in Seattle? Can we meet tomorrow?" I didn't even think. I replied, "Yes." The next morning, we met at Gasworks Park, overlooking Lake Union. At first, it felt like no time had passed. We laughed about college, talked about our families, shared everything we'd missed over the past year. Hours flew by. Before we realized it, the sun was setting over the water. Neither of us wanted to leave. Then Ava looked at me and quietly said, "I've wanted to tell you something for a long time." My heart started pounding. She stepped closer, tucked a strand of hair behind my ear, and kissed me. When she pulled back, she whispered, "I love you, Emily." I smiled through tears. I've been waiting a year to hear that. We started dating that day. Telling our families wasn't as easy. Some relatives accepted us, others didn't. A few even stopped speaking to us. It hurt, but we realized something important. You can't spend your life trying to become the version of yourself that makes everyone else comfortable. So we got our own apartment in Seattle, built a life together, adopted a golden retriever named Charlie, and every morning, we still drink coffee together before work. Sometimes people ask me why I turned down every guy who ever asked me out. The answer is simple. I wasn't waiting for the perfect boyfriend. I was waiting for the person who finally made me feel at home. I just never expected she'd be a girl.